Oh, hey guys! Welcome back to Too Far Gone Media. Matt Couture here, and today we're gonna talk about Big Pharma. That's right.
Big Pharma's gonna take your soul.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
And in the end, there will only be money.
So today we have a video, and it's not mine. It belongs to the BMJ, and it's about Brooke Jackson. She did an interview with them, and she worked for Big Pharma, and she took pictures. She retrieved emails. The level of evidence that she had was completely unsurmountable, and I can't help but wonder, where's the government? Why is the government never doing anything against these big corporations when they break the rules that the governments have to protect you and me from these large corporations? You know, they've been caught time and again doing some, lesser than good, let's say even sketchy stuff. And many times whistleblowers reveal their crimes and nothing ever happens. But when there's this much evidence put forward, you can't just deny this. This is real, and this is really happening. So I don't know what the bodies that are meant to control and regulate this are doing, which was, I believe, the FDA. But the problem with the FDA is, even if you report something to them, they're paid by the corporations they're supposed to overwatch. So it's hard for somebody to get anything done when the people you report to are also being paid by the people that you're reporting on. And that's a serious conflict of interest, and it seems to be all over the place in the government. But I'm just going to shut up for now, and let's check this out, because this young lady, Brooke Jackson, this destroyed her life. And it destroyed her life for her to try to protect us, And guess who was a part of that destruction? The government. That's right, the government. So let's check it out.
My name is Brooke Jackson. I was fired in September of 2020 for being a whistleblower. I was working on Pfizer's phase 3 pivotal trial on their COVID-19 vaccine. My first day on the job was the 8th of September, and from the very beginning, I noticed irregularities, things that were questionable. I would bring up the concerns to my managers, and it was always, we're understaffed, we're really trying hard to, make this work. At one point when I was going through emails, there were emails from Icon begging Ventavia to follow up on severe adverse events that had been reported. There were several emails about mislabeled specimens, blood specimens, and the nasal swabs. There were specimens that were labeled with another participant's information. It was a nightmare. And on the 16th of September, I stayed late in clinic one evening, and I was the only one in the clinic. I walked into an area where the vaccines were refrigerated, or frozen rather. And when I walked in, I saw a biohazard bag. The plastic biohazard bag contained used needles, and I realized how unorganized and sloppy Ventavia was handling everything. In that same room where they where they kept the vaccine. The vaccine was just left out, and the boxes that the vaccine came in, the containers, they had written the subject information on these containers. So right there, me working on the study, it unblinded me to the randomization of these patients. I made note of that. I took pictures to document what I'd seen to show my managers. It was also discovered that Ventavia was unblinding participants in the study based on a directive from our COO, which was to print out the randomization scheme and put that drug assignment in everybody's chart. Per Pfizer's protocol, we should have immediately stopped enrolling, but they never told Pfizer. Instead, they wanted us to go through each of the charts and actually take out the randomization scheme that was printed. So that, coupled with everything else, I made the recommendation for Ventavia to stop enrolling clinical trial participants in the study until we were able to let Pfizer know.
You sent me the photos, thank you, and I didn't pull them up. I mean, now granted, that's whether I'm.
I mean,
so I might have
should
to
I
go
not have
online.
taken the pictures?
The problem is the breach of confidentiality, and it was on a personal phone because there's sponsor information on those boxes.
At that point, it was clear to me that I wasn't fitting in. I decided that next morning I was gonna report my company to the FDA. And so I did that about 9 o'clock in the morning on the 25th of September. And about 6 hours later, I got a call from Ventavia and was fired on the spot and told that I was not a good fit. I remember investigator Cannon called me and we spoke for an hour and 16 minutes, to be precise. I can tell you everything that we talked about. It mirrored what was typed in my formal complaint to them: the unblinding, the safety of the clinical trial participants, not monitoring them for adverse reactions. They were late to report adverse events. Again, the untrained staff, the oversight by the principal investigators, specifically at the Fort Worth location, the targeting of the employees for coming forward. I thought that the FDA was going to swoop in and take care of everything. What I was reporting was so important.
Now, this bit here you need to read for yourselves because the algorithms might jump it. Well, there's one for the rabbit hole. It's kind of weird, because we asked the government to have oversight, so they create the FDA, but the FDA takes generous contributions from the same companies they're supposed to oversee and regulate. So the problem is, can you really trust a fox to guard the hen house? I don't think a fox should be anywhere near the hen house. I think that's a conflict of interest, and I think it keeps a lot of control. And I think we need to stand up for that and make a change. And I don't know how, because it seems like everywhere where we stand against the government, we all of a sudden become criminals, even though we're doing it peacefully. So, don't know what to say. But it's getting hella bad out there, people. This is Marc Couture for Too Far Gone Media. I forgot my own channel. Stay sexy, Canada. Ow, ow.